Find the standard form of the parabola given by x squared plus 8x minus 4y plus 8 equals 0. Okay, so in order to get to the standard form, we're going to have to complete the square, okay, on the square term here, the quadratic term, right? So in order to do that, we want to get all the x's on one side, okay, and then move everything else to the other side, okay? So the 4y and, well, the negative 4y, right? We want to add that over, and the plus 8, we want to subtract it over to the right side, okay? So we want to collect all the terms, right? So what are we going to get in this case? Okay, we're going to get x squared plus 8x is equal to positive 4y minus 8. Okay. Now we want to complete the square, right? So how do we complete the square? We have to look at the quadratic term. The coefficient is 1, which is good. Okay. So we want to take half of the linear term. The coefficient of the linear term is 8. Half of 8 is 4, and 4 squared is 16. So that is what we should add to both sides here, right? So let's just clean it up just a little bit. We get x squared plus 8x plus 16 is equal to 4y plus 8. Okay. Now we factor both sides, right? Remember, the left side here, this is a perfect square trinomial, right? Remember, that's the whole point of completing the square. So what do we end up with here? We end up with x plus 4 quantity squared. And on the other side, notice that we can factor out the 4. So we get quantity y plus 2. So now where is the center or the vertex of this parabola? Okay, so we got to look at, okay, first of all, which term is squared, right? Okay, so the square term is the x term, so that tells us this parabola will open up or down, and we don't see any negatives, right? So we know that this parabola is going to open up. Okay, so where's the vertex, right? We got to look at the shift. We got to look at how x changes. Okay, so in this case, we look at the x term. Right, this is a plus 4, so we know that this shift is going to be to the left 4 units. Similarly, look at the y term, right? The y, it's a y plus 2, so that tells us that this shift will be down 2 units. Right, which means then that the vertex is at negative 4, comma, negative 2. So if we do a rough sketch of this guy, okay, negative 4, comma, negative 2, how does this parabola open? We know that this is going to open up, okay, and the vertex is going to be at negative 4, negative 2. Right, so we go 4 units left, 2 units down. So we can draw a rough sketch of this parabola, right? Opens up. The vertex is at negative 4, comma, negative 2. How do we find the focus and the directrix? Well, that's based on this guy right here, right? Remember, we set the coefficient of the linear term, in this case, the 4, right? We set 4 equal to 4p, divide both sides by 4, so we get p is equal to 1, right? So what does that mean? It means then that the focus should lie on the axis of symmetry, but 1 unit away from the vertex inside, okay? So where's the focus going to be then? Right, the focus should be right about over there. The directrix is a line, okay, that opens on the other side, okay, of the parabola. So the vertex we already got, right? The vertex we already got, which is negative 4, comma, negative 2. What about the focus, right? The focus is a point. Okay, so we've gone 1 unit away from the vertex. Okay, so with the coordinate of the focus then should be negative 4, comma, negative 1. And what about the directrix? It's a line that is 1 unit away from the vertex down this way. So the directrix then should be a line whose equation is given by y equals negative 3.